Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back. What is up, guys? New setup. Got the vertical camera, everything to the right. Let me know how that looks. Um, but yeah, guys, welcome into the stream. It's been a minute. Let me get everything set up here. All right, all right. I think we're good to go. Can y'all hear me okay? Let me drag the chat down like here. Yo, Miguel, what's good, y'all? What's up? Cool. Yeah, we got a new setup, new camera setup. We'll see how that goes. I didn't think this through, but like every time I want to see y'all's chat, I have to look up. Kind of a pain in the ass. Maybe I'll pull it up on my phone. Hey guys, run the likes up. Yeah, I got a mod too. I got a little bot mod. Okay, futures open up in about 15 minutes. Hell yeah. Cool. Wait, is the bot too strict? 5 seconds, that ain't that bad. How much do you get? How many how much have you gotten in payouts from Top Step before moving to live? 60,000. What is the top X3 3? Dude, this bot is banning everybody. I can't tell if this bot's being too strict. All right, yeah, we got like 10, 12 minutes till futures open up. Cool, cool. What do y'all think about the camera? What do y'all think about the camera being here and then everything being to the right? Y'all like that or no? Nah, tough. All right, let's see. It's been a minute. Still the same thing with NQ. I mean, he's very, very extended to the upside. So, fortunately, I've probably been short this market a lot more than I've been long, just kind of during this extended move through, up and above 20,000. I just haven't really felt confident taking this market long. It's at that point just very overextended for me. Now, day to day, longing this market's been, that's where you've been finding the winning trades. I probably haven't been on the right side of that. But still doing really well. So, I mean, considering I haven't really been longing this market and that's all it's really been offering, I'm not too upset. Now, we have seen some wicks to the downside. So there has been potential to play it short, within the daily range. But for the most part, yeah, it's just been a long market. We had that downgrade by Moody. I don't really think that's super detrimental because we're just in a super strong uptrend on the daily. Starting to see a little bit of exhaustion wicks, and we'll see if anything comes of that. But yeah, that 21,500 level is, at least at the moment, resistance in the short term. So we'll see what that looks like. Yeah, no, the camera's good. It's like eye level. I just need to stop. I gotta figure out where to put the chat because right now it's up there. Let me do this. Yeah. So yeah, we're now an affiliate with TPT. It's the first affiliate. I'm partnering with TPT. We'll get into that a little bit later. So you guys are gonna see if y'all want to pick up some of the accounts. I'll talk about that a little bit later after we see this open because we got about 10 minutes. But yeah, I've got the affiliate code for TPT. If y'all want to pick them up, y'all can. I think they're a pretty good firm. I mean, I pretty much can take a payout with them. I'm going to make a separate YouTube video. Maybe after the stream, I'll take a payout with them. But the potential to scale profits on TPT is absolutely incredible. I mean, you can get, with the discount, you can get 150K account for about 170, maybe a little bit more, 270. I forget what exactly. I think it's like 270. And so that's exactly what I did. I got a TPT account for 270. Got into the pro stage, ran up 10K in profits. You immediately can withdraw that the same day. Then the next day I ran another 10K in profits. So, I mean, I could take a fifth. And then they hold some of it, and there's some rules in there. But considering you can buy an account for 270 and then flip after you pass, it's a 5-day eval. But I mean, after you pass that, you got to think $270 account, trade it for 1 week. Just trade it like you would anything. There's no need to rush it. It's 5-day minimum. Pass that account. And I pretty much flipped a $270 TPT account to 15K payout in like a week and a half. So we'll get into that in a little bit. I'm gonna make a video on that. But yeah, man, so far I'm liking them. TPT doesn't have. I mean, I don't think, no, they don't have a consistency rule in the pro account. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna request the payout, but so far I like them. Let's see if we get some type of gap out of the open here. Yeah, intraday. Yeah, it is an intraday drawdown once you get funded. Up until your drawdown reaches the initial account balance plus $100. But after that, it turns static, and anything above that is yours to take. How much size are you using on average? I think at this point, I'm in a spot where I want to be using about 15 micros. For the live account, I want to be using about 15 micros. I have a $3,000 daily loss limit on this account. So for me, I want to use 15 micros. And if I use 15 micros, I can concede 100 points on NQ against my entry. I can concede that much, and then I hit my daily loss limit. So whether that's, I lose 40 points on one trade and then 60 points on another trade, if my stops are really wide, if I use 15 micros, I can concede 100 points, which I feel like gives me enough cushion. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little bit of a process trying to kind of figure out the daily loss limit. I haven't really ever functioned with a daily loss limit. But of course, once you get put into a live account with Top Step, they give you a daily loss limit. Mine's 3,000. Just been using too much size. I've been hitting it pretty often. And so I kind of just don't feel like hitting my daily loss limit anymore. So I'm going to scale back and use the appropriate size. Because really, I've been using too much size. North of 5 minis. Trying to catch some moves and five minis, if the market moves against me 20 points, I'm hitting my daily loss limit. I'm not, then it just hasn't, So a little bit of a task to figure out kind of how to work around that. But we're going to use 15 micros, and if we can get into profit on the day, I kind of want to figure out a system to where I can start to scale a little bit, try to get those big days, but you also have to work around the daily loss limit. So maybe try to build some buffer in the Asia session, trade a little bit heavier in New York. It's definitely something that if you haven't operated with the daily loss, you have to figure that out. And I've been figuring it out. Got my ass handed to me a little bit. All right, couple minutes here. I appreciate y'all, man, for coming back. Let's see. How many live accounts do you have? I have a Top Step live account. I have I guess technically I have a Take Profit Trader live account as well. Now I'm in a Pro Plus account, which I guess is rumored to be a live account from what I heard. So yeah. Yep. I mean, if you use too much size with a daily loss limit, and the market moves against you 10, 20 points with anything more than 5 minis, and you know what I mean? You're locked out for the rest of the day. You watch good setups pass you by while you can't do anything about it because you already hit daily loss limit, and it's just an issue where it's like you have to scale down just to give the trade enough space. You know what I mean? In my style of trading, where I kind of counter trend, try to catch pivots, sometimes it's going to move 10, 20, 30 points against me and not technically invalidate the trade. But if I'm using 5 minis and the market moves 20 points against me, I'm hitting that daily loss limit, and it's been what I've kind of had to figure out how to. I think I figured out a plan now. It's just going to be 15 micros. All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let's see. Anybody think we open with a gap up back into the highs on the daily here? I mean, we kind of closed neckline of the range on a moody downgrade, which, I mean, downgrades on the indices aren't the most bearish thing, to be honest with you. But we will see. Got about 5 seconds. Let's see what we look like here. We're on the 15-minute. Are we saying gap down? Let's see. Right here. Open up. Oh, wait, 1 more minute. I'm rusty. Dumps? We'll see. Had about 100-point sell-off in the after hours after that downgrade. We've been ripping so much on the daily that downgrade almost seemed like a hedge. Like, I don't know. It seemed like a hedge to some, like, insider that maybe had too big of a short position on, because they did it right at the end of the week. I don't know. It's just an interesting timing on that, as the market's just way up on the daily. I don't know. Let's see. How does Top Step calculate live balance? Oh, little gap down. Oh, it's not a bad gap down at all. Let's see. About 100-point gap down. Lots of volatility right there. 100-point gap down, 50-point bounce. Lows are under 289. Check out what the range looks like on the hourly. Yep, we have some lows down here. Sub 200s. We have a gap. We have a gap out of the Sunday open here. Not the biggest gap down. 100 points pretty Pretty neutral. Not neutral. It's bearish, but it's not a huge. It's not non-recoverable. Look at this point. We're only. I mean, you see what I mean? We might just go fill this gap right here. 40 points off the gap. What's up, man? Haven't seen you stream in a while. Yep. What's good, brother? I was on a little vacation in the Virgin Islands. That's so annoying. I swear I blocked that shit from popping up on my screen. I can't stand Norton, dude. Pay them like $60 a month just for the spam ads on my shit. Oh, it's just so frustrating. So frustrating. What's good, Zach? How we doing? Let's check on gold. I know gold kind of had a run up. Wow, yeah. Hell yeah. Let's check on gold. Almost forgot about gold. Gold was something I wanted to watch. I looked at this possible move into the 260s. I kind of pointed that out in the Discord, and so we'll see if we can maybe make a run. Maybe make a run. We kind of have a cup and handle. Nice V shape back into resistance. Comes down, retest, puts in a higher low. And then now we're back out above 200. So if we can start to hold this previous support, if we can kind of reclaim that 200 level as support, I would like to see another 50-60 points upside into these highs here. So that doesn't look bad at all. Okay, so let me go over, this is kind of what the setup is here. I'm copy trading. I guess I can show you all this, right? Let's see, hide. Can I show y'all my prop firm account numbers? I don't think it's a big deal, right? What's good? What's good? Maradano. Yeah, I did notice I don't really use the ad blocker too much. Or like I don't really use the antivirus too much. Well, so let the market build a bit of structure. I mean, we had a slight gap down, but nothing too crazy. We have a gap to fill here. So let's just kind of see. Let's let it build some structure. How's TradeSyncer working? You have every once in a while you have disconnections. I haven't really had it happen in the middle of a trade or anything, but even if it does, I could see it being an issue for people that want to be like in and out of trades, under 5 minutes. But if you're holding for like a bigger move, or a moderate size move, you can, if you get disconnected, you just log back in real quick, or you kind of just toggle it back on. You flip a switch and it just gets back online. So it's not that bad. But if you're scalping, yeah, I could see it. It doesn't happen often, but. Can use Project X accounts on TradeSyncer. I don't believe so. I think it's Tradeovate and Rhythmic, something like that. Gold gaps up, NQ gaps down. I really would just like to see a bit of structure build out here. Specifically on gold, if we can get a couple 15-minute candles to print and price kind of respects this opening range here, then we can kind of rebalance at 200s, hold that as support. Maybe we could get a run up to that 260 level. That's something I've been looking at on gold. I know we started to kind of bleed on the daily, but you've got a nice series of wicks here off this low on gold as well. It's still within I guess you guys would call this a a bullish fair value gap on the daily. Call that an imbalance, but that doesn't look bad. And gold is, just a market that has been super strong. We've seen pullbacks like this, and this was a decent sized pullback. 300-point pullback is one of the bigger pullbacks we've seen on the daily, but gold just seems to be one of those, really strong trending markets that maybe isn't going to be in a massive rush to get a wild pullback. So, yeah, the move for me would be to kind of hold the 200s and then look to just take it back to the daily highs, right? You have a stacked highs, stacked equal highs on the daily at 260s. Doesn't look like the biggest move on the daily, but that's a 60 point move on gold, which is actually a pretty good move. Need to see these daily holds stay in, or sorry, daily lows stay in. We'll see what gold looks like. I just wanted a bit of structure to build. What are you drinking? I think it's called kombucha. Back above 150, we tap into the gap here on NQ. And I think if we attack this gap, we most likely will fill it. It's only 40-point fill. See if we pick up some volume above 50s here. Not a trade there for me, but decent chance that if we can get a break through 50s, it just kind of quickly fills that gap up. Like I said, we kind of closed it at the daily highs, at the weekly highs. We had a gap down, but it was just a moody downgrade. Like I said it earlier in the stream, downgrades on the indices just aren't that detrimental to price. They just really aren't. Let's see the breakthrough 50s and see if we can get that reclaim of 21,400. NQ dead count bounce. Dead count bounce. It will bounce from these levels the rest of the year. I don't know, man. Pretty significant recovery and uptrend on the daily. I mean, I would have just damn near back to all-time highs is the thing for me. Trying to sell it off of that V-shaped recovery, we're damn near back at all-time highs. It's just a strong market. It's a strong market. We may see a gap run here if we can get a breakthrough 50. It looks good. Nikkei coming down 20 points. A little bit of volume here. $15-minute candle will flip red if we break 314. Can't hear, you're capping. Yeah, man, we have two gaps here on gold and NQ, and we haven't seen a ton of displacement off of these levels. So until we start to reject this level and actually build some bearish structure away on NQ, I'm under the assumption that we're gonna fill. The longer we hang out next to this gap, I would assume we're gonna fill. Yo, what's good, Brad? Appreciate you, brother. Yo, Alex. Appreciate you too, man. How you doing? We are back. Very much back. All right, 15-minute candle is closing here. Our first 15-minute candle will probably close to neutral. And you know, we're within range on the hourly, so not any great setups right now. Kind of just at neckline of the range. Yes, sir. Welcome back, everybody. Y'all are gonna see the bot link in, you know, my affiliate code for TPT. That's the first firm that I'm I just think they're a great easy cash grab. I'm not gonna lie. Like to get an account for $270 and then flip it. Wow, this shit really does show your password here, doesn't it? That is fucked. Ooh. I want to show y'all, like I want to show y'all, but oh god. It legit shows my Tradeovate login. You should be able to hide that, right? That is insane. Well, I'll have to make a video about it. But yeah, man, I bought a TPT account past the eval. Took a big trade or two, got past the intraday. You know, ran 10K in profit. The next day I ran another 10K in profit. They hold 5K for the transfer over to the live account. So, I mean, I can pretty much take a $15,000 withdrawal just from one $270 account. It's insane. Like, if you can just be super patient, and not full port it, but like really just be super patient. And you can expose that firm pretty well. I think I used like five, 6, 7 minis with that $4,500 intraday trailing drawdown. Hit a big snipe. And then now that I had that buffer, I hit like another $10,000 day. So I ran up a nice little balance on the TPT accounts. So I'm gonna make a video of me requesting withdrawal there. So I mean, I guess we're in the TPT live account now. But yeah, that's my referral code BPC for 30% off on TPT. They're probably the easiest firm to get payouts. I mean, the uncapped payouts are pretty insane. Like if you really wanted to get to a payout really quick with low barrier to entry costs, they're the one. I'm working on 4 other TPT evals. What's your favorite prop firm? Ooh, that's a good question, man. I would have to say Top Step. I mean, they're the only ones I've actually taken a payout from. I'd have to say Top Step. Oh, wow, look at gold. Okay, yeah, no, that's kind of what I want to see. 215 was a bit of a higher support, but yeah, we didn't even... Nice. Are we just going to run this? Like, into London, are we just going to run into these highs? This looks awesome. Oh, it's a bit of a high entry. It's a bit of a high entry to get into it there, but... I mean, maybe we can see if we can... yeah, I think I'd prefer to let this build some more structure and see if we can revisit that into London, but that's just taken off there. That's nice. That's nice. I thought maybe thought maybe we could wait till Asia opens at least, but no. 18 minutes into the session opening, gold's gonna make a run for it. Well, we've got room into 260 and above. It's got a real bullish cup and handle setup on the hourly. Looks nice. Higher low put in. A lot of stacked buy side here. That 260 would be kind of where you'd want to see it. I think for me, I'd prefer this to just build a bit more structure. It's too high of an entry for me at this point. And we've got a long, low volume night, Sunday night. So if we don't immediately see this 260 level, I'd like to see this bounce around, build some structure, maybe reclaim support at 220s, and then make a breakout move. So I'm just going to be patient on gold, but looks good here. Wow, look at NQ. Quick 20 points. How many counts can you get with TPC? You can get up to 5. You can get up to 5. Which I'm a little sad that I didn't. So I ran one account up to a $20,000 balance, and I can take 15,000 out of it after their profit split and the 5K they hold. So man, imagine if I could have done that with 5 accounts. You're talking almost 15, 30, 40, like $70,000 if you could have done it with 5. That would have been awesome. Long NQ, yeah, no, NQ doesn't look bad either. We have a higher low there. Just haven't seen a lot of great entries in this market. Not yet. I can't say the longs look bad, though. I definitely can't say longs look bad. It's not like it's a massive feat for us to go fill this gap. It's only like a 50-point gap. Gold just taking off. Wow, gold's up to 40 now. 20 points off of next resistance. Nice, 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 nice. Like top step rules is way better. 10% they take. Well, TBT, if you can get past the pro account and get put into the pro plus account, then you can unlock, 90% payouts with them. Thing about it is, yeah, they do have an 80-20 split in the pro account. If you can get past that, you get to that 90%, but also it's kind of equal because it's uncapped, right? You can take, I think you can take 10K out of the pro account, uncapped payouts. So even though they have a higher profit split, at least in that moment, you do have uncapped payouts, which is pretty awesome. If you're really good at sniping entries with minimal drawdown and you can get some, nice returns, use a good bit of size and you can take some pretty big payouts with just the cost of like a $200 eval. Thing with TBT too is you can do it with really the thing is, since it's uncapped payouts regardless of account size, you can even get a cheaper eval. You can get like a 50K or a 75K or 100K, because really the only thing that you're getting from the higher account balanced accounts, the 150K account, is ability to use more contracts. But like you're probably not going to use 15 minis anyways. And you have a little bit more drawdown, but once you get past the drawdown, there's not much benefit because payouts are uncapped at that point. You're probably not going to run 15 minis. Okay, we're 10 points off the highs here of this range on NQ. Gold's still ripping higher. Wow, nice little flag there on gold under 30. Sorry, under 40. Wow, gold's up. Gold is up. Yeah, I think that's correct, Stint. I think that's correct, man. Easy short on gold. Hold up, Buster. I don't know about that. Let's hold you to it. It's better than what I'm doing. I'm not in a trade. True Quality says short gold right here at 37. Let's see if that plays out for you. Gold looks awesome. I just, like I said, we have a long night. We're still within range on the 15-minute. Now, these highs do look very tempting at 60s. Kind of back into this consolidation range coming off of a higher low. It looks really good to me. Like we said, we got a long night. I'm gonna let structure build. If this just runs the highs and we miss out on it, we miss out on it. But it's a long night. I'm gonna let structure build, and if we can get it back down at 200, I would be maybe interested in trying to take a stab long and get a revisit of these highs, and that's what I would like to see. In fact, at that point, it would be a, a more preferred entry, actually. I'd prefer for this. We already had consolidation here. Had a big consolidation here. Not as much bullish accumulation consolidation here, but it came off the back end of a higher low. So if we could come back and build a little bit more consolidation, I think I would like that. There'd be at that point a great amount of bullish accumulation within this range. Put in one more higher low here in the on the retest to 200 if we can get it, and then take it higher. So we'll see. It's a long night, and we're already pretty extended here. This is on the back end of Friday's rally, which we actually took a trade on that. I was in St. Thomas at the time, so I was in the I think I was on the plane ride back. Can't remember, but I was at the airport. But I had an entry from the 80s, and I didn't catch it above 200, but we took it off high 190s, and it's on the back end of a rally, so I'm not going to chase an entry up here. I'll let it build some more structure, and but yeah, that would be something I'd be interested in. Maybe I'll stay up a little later tonight and check out gold in London. I know gold likes to move nice in London. He's still looking good here under the gap. Look, this isn't my most favorite entry. This isn't my most favorite entry, so even if I did throw something at this, it's more for entertainment, not so much like a great trade. This is a high entry, as a matter of fact, but this kind of looks good for 50 push. We'll see if we can get one more pullback sub 33 under this low here on the 1 minute. Like a VWAP touch and go here, maybe. Yeah, I'll take 5 micros here at VWAP. Kind of at neckline of this range, looking for the gap fill 50s. It's a pretty low resistance gap fill. It's only a 50-point gap. And we're right under it. I'll stop it out under these lows here. 105. Or sorry, 305. Look to take this back through the gap if we can get it. Once again, not the best setup, so didn't put a ton of size on it. That's a deep retracement. Doesn't look good. Yeah, that 5 minutes kind of coming down with some weight to it. We'll see. We need to kind of get caught here at 320. It's a deeper pullback than I wanted to see. See, gold had a trend line break on May 15th and now retested the trend line. What time frame are you talking about on that? Trend line. Oh, you're talking about this here, maybe? I don't really draw trend lines too much. Are you talking about, look at me, I don't even know how to draw a line. It looks like NQ's running the gap here. Let's pull that back up. Are you talking about that? If we reclaim 40 and pull back into the equal highs, I'll probably trim like 1, maybe 2. Don't want to move it to break even too quick. Trend line, trend line, trend line. Yeah, I don't draw them too much. I'm not gonna lie. Are you talking about maybe this? They can definitely work though. They definitely can work. Okay, so no, on this reclaim of 140s, I would like to see the breakout above 50s and then kind of a run into the gap. Like I said, it's a low resistance gap. It's only a 50-point gap. It's not a very taunting task. We can definitely make a run through the gap. Dude, this bot's out of hand. This bot's banned about 10 people today. Well, I think at this point, let's make it a break-even trade. If we revisit 120s, it's probably just going to trade sideways a bit longer until we break out. So we'll make it break even here, and we'll see what happens. It really shouldn't get a test of neckline again. That should be a touch and go somewhere around the 30s. This should get caught and run through 50 if it's truly going to make that move. If not, just get into it again if we can. How you doing today? Doing pretty good, Soft. How you doing, man? Bro added the Nightbot. The Nightbot's going crazy. I just set him up. I didn't customize him or anything. He's banning people though. He is banning people. No chill. Yo, I'll look at him after. I'll look at him after. He is being pretty strict. He ain't fucking around. I'll fix him. How does kombucha taste? It's not bad. It's good for you, apparently. It's good for you. I want to see this leave a wick in the high 30s and then kind of extend higher, break out through 50s, tap into the gap. Yeah, we might just have to get back into it later and we might get stopped out here. How was the trip? Thank y'all for asking, man. It was a great time. We had a lot of fun. Stayed in like an Airbnb. The guy had a private beach. It was pretty nice. We stayed in St. Thomas around Megan's Bay. I think that's like the north side of the island or south. I think it's north side of the island, northwest side of the island. It was really nice. Then we went over to St. John a couple of days that week. Had a great time. Yeah, we might not be ready for it. That should have been our break. That should have been our break. New to the channel. How you doing, man? How you doing? You'll be streaming the whole week? I will be, man. I will be streaming the entire week. We probably will do some New York. I might probably be live tomorrow morning. If y'all are cool with that, why not? Tomorrow morning. Let's do a stream tomorrow morning. Or like tomorrow around lunchtime. Not early morning. I don't really trade like super early in the morning. All right, you want to see reclaim of 40 here, like a nice tweezer setup. Have you traded your Top Step live account before tonight? Yeah, man, I've been trading it for like a week and a half. I had it about a week and a half. The Nightbot, yeah. What's he doing? Yeah, he's banning people. I got him after this. I had just set him up. I'll get him under control. By the grace of God.
Order filled.
Yeah. See, how the fuck am I red, bro? How the fuck am I red $2 with a stop like a whole point above my fucking entry? You know what I mean? Maybe the spread. What is the spread? A point? No, the spread is 2 ticks. The spread is 2 ticks. I should not be fucking red on that exit. Yeah, no, we didn't get the break out of the range. I may take another shot at it later, but at the moment, that should have been the break, so I'm not gonna touch it. Yeah, I don't know if I should be red there. I mean, what did I have? What are my executions? Can I even look at my executions? Yeah, I mean, I got filled 3 points higher than my entry. 4 points higher than my entry. Right? No? Yeah, 4 points higher than my entry. Should not be red on that trade. Should not be red on that trade. How the fuck am I red on that trade? I mean, it executed at 328. I might have to look at the live account, the fees I'm paying and shit like that, because I mean, commissions on 5 micros should be, with a regular broker, $1 round trip. You know what I mean? So we're looking at what, $5? There's still about 20 bucks there unaccounted for, like 15, 20 bucks unaccounted for. It's just $2 chill. No, I see you should talk about slippage, but I see the execution price. I see the execution price. Yeah, they don't show me the they don't show me the commissions here. Whatever. It's all good. I don't know. I mean, I stopped out 3 points above. I shouldn't really be red on that. It should be $5. It should be $1 round trip for a micro contract. I had 5 micros, so it should be paying at most $5 in commissions. Slippage. I hear what y'all are saying, but I see the execution price. I don't know if I like that. Wow, look at gold go. Just too high for an entry for me. I mean, just too high. Just too high. I already missed the move at that point. For me, I already missed the move. What? What? 4 different charges. Da-da-dum. Very, very low volume Sunday night. Very low volume Sunday night. We had a 100-point range on the gap down, but at the moment, we've had about 45 minutes of... You called a 60-point range, but that was only that 150-minute candle was a 60-point range. The rest of these have only been a 30-point range. The rest of these, the 3 series candles here have just been about a 30-point range, so... Look at gold on the daily here. Out of the open, about 20 points higher. Gold looks great on the daily. Look at this, and the way we open here on the daily too, opening out and above support at that 200 level. We see a lot of wicks on the daily at this level. So that's where we open, and then we squeeze up 25 points off that low. Equal highs are up there at 260, which I kind of expected us to make that move. I just didn't think we would see it so early into the session. The move isn't complete yet, but yeah, I didn't expect us to see it this early. Yeah, NQ is gold might fill that gap, guys. Gold looks like it doesn't want to fill that gap. We are so far off. We are so far off of that gap, and trending into the next high in the 60s. That doesn't look like a gap fill to me at all. Are you talking about... Oh, you're talking about this gap on the hourly. Yeah, I see. Talking about this gap. Yeah, gold looks great. Gold looks amazing here. You just never expected to really pick up so much volume just out of the... I mean, we haven't even seen the Asia Open yet, and this is moving through 40s now. It's like, ugh, just missed it. Just totally missed it. And it's hard, you know, it's hard. We had a kind of a gap up. Kind of a gap up, and then it just ran super strong. I guess you could have tried to get in there at 30s. If you really expected a ton of follow through before the Asia Open. And gold looks unstoppable. Look at this on the 4-hour too as well. Gold looks insane right now. So strong. So strong. Fuck, man. I had sent this in the Discord literally over the weekend talking about I want to see this play out. I said at some point this week. Didn't think it would happen an hour into the Sunday session open. Gold's 40 points higher. 40 points on gold is a lot. Beginner trend line. Yeah, I don't really draw the trend lines, but I mean, this is coming up with a good amount of volume. I'll be interested to see if this trend line respects. I don't really think it will. I feel like if we reach back into the 50s at that point, we're just too close into these highs that we'll probably just run through. And it's coming off the back end of a higher low as well, so it's got momentum. We'll see. Just the context of it. And yes, this is a trend line that, I mean, I guess has been respected, but for me, not. It's mainly it's stemming from a place like I don't really use trend lines, but just with the volume coming off that higher low, we have a lot of range to fill in on the hourly out and above this high. It's reclaiming a pretty massive support level. for me, like the context of this situation, I probably wouldn't short, and with the volume and the gap up, I probably wouldn't sell the tap at VWAP, or sorry, the tap at the trend line. I just wouldn't do it just in this context. But I also don't really trade trend lines, so but we'll keep it up and see what it does. I mean, how the hell do we get into gold? Do you guys think this rally continues into the Asia Open? We got an hour till the Asia Open. Gold's already 40 points higher. Nice move up. Nice move up. How do you get into that? NQ still being a bit shy. Does NQ want to break through 50s here? If this low holds at 38, we could make the run. These lows have to hold at 38. Gold might be going back to its old ways, chat. Might be going back to its old ways. I mean, I believe that's a pretty bullish reclaim on... I mean, say we get back through the 60s. Clear the highs. Yeah, that's a pretty bullish reclaim. And you're back into, like, neckline on the 4-hour. You would have something like this, which I don't think this will happen immediately, but... if gold's not totally done on the daily, which I didn't ever really think it was. I knew it was due for a pullback, but I didn't really think we were... shit, bro, I might start using these trend lines a bit more. We'll see. And we also have the gap there at 300. It's also a major support level on the 4-hour. Gold looks pretty damn good. Just hard to get into it. Especially, we haven't even had the Asian Open yet, so see what the volume looks like there. I didn't really want it to take off so damn quick, to be honest. But when it wants to move, it's going to move. Yeah, I'm sure gold does respect the trend lines better. I'm sure about it. I'm sure about it. Look at this. Just can't catch a low. Even 40's getting a wick. I mean, do we see 50s on gold? Do we see 50s on gold? It's just so extended up here, y'all. I love the structure on the hourly of gold. I just love it. It's just a situation where we're about an hour from Asia Open. I know that we are trending and moving with a lot of volume here. Like, gold looks really good. It's up off of the gap. It's up 40 points. It's trending hard to the upside. But with the Asia Open, in about an hour, we've already had a move to the upside. Like, does this... it is pulling into resistance. Given it's pulling into resistance off of a higher low with a lot of volume, it looks good for a breakout. But it's like, what do we think? Do we think that, into the Asia Open, this starts to just consolidate a little bit? Maybe it does. Maybe it does. And then maybe the Asia Open. Like, how quick does it play out is the question, right? The structure for it to play out is here. And I know gold likes to make some pretty big moves in the, overnight. Not so it's a little shy in New York session. It likes to really move overnight. So I'm not saying it's not possible. It's just like I opportunity. I don't see an opportunity. It kind of took me by surprise that we're making this move before the first major market has opened. NQ's 15 points through 50s. Yeah, we'll likely get a gap fill here. 80s is the gap fill. Gold and NQ moving up here. Who's marking that neckline of the range on the 15-minute? Hold on a second. How do I get this off my screen? Cool. And the gap. Looking for like another 10-15 points to fill the gap out. Yeah, we have a pivot on the 15 minutes. Kind of neckline of the range there. It's out above 400. It would still be technically out above the gap. And at that point, if we could see it, we'd be 100, and if we can get up there, we'd be 120 points off the low at that point. So if we can get up there in a manner in which it's a move that hasn't had a ton of pullback and it has range to fill back in, I would maybe be interested in it. Kind of got to pick and choose because, I mean, gold and NQ are trying to move up here. I like gold's market structure to the upside a bit better, but it's hard to ignore the just the sentiment in Q's been having such bullish price action the past couple weeks, honestly. Gold's difficult to get into as well. And Q's felling in the gap here. We're about 20 points off of that high at 75. We close on the 1 minute. And just gold just looks incredible. Look at this. Still pushing. Asia hasn't even opened up yet, and gold is still ripping. The daily is monster. Oh, just a monster. Oh my god. Gold. Oh man, it's just hard to get into this thing. We've had a couple points. I mean, yeah, I guess that was like an 8-point pullback. You could have gotten in on it. You just got to get into it. I'm just kind of leaning more on the side of this probably consolidates a little bit more before the Asia Open, but it's definitely trending higher, and it's not slowing down. Gotta wait for a better pullback. It's just too high for me. It looks awesome though. Looks awesome. Looks awesome. Once again, 85 is kind of where we start to see that gap fill. Mike keeps cutting off. Are you for real? Just on the sideline with gold, it's really been the only decent setup. It's really been the only decent setup. You kind of had to trust that this was going to get follow through immediately after the gap up, because it just did. Not easy to get long on it, but we'll see. I kind of want to see the Asia Open, see what that looks like on gold. What the hell, chat? This is your first day on the live account? No, we've been on the live account for like a week and a half. I just was traveling, so I haven't really been able to stream too much. What the bro, why isn't the bot banning you? Yeah, chat. I think we'll stream the New York sessions from now on. I think we'll do that. I think I would like to do that because not that the Asia sessions have been bad, but they were just so much better when we had more uncertainty in the market. You know what I mean? They just haven't been super great for me. They haven't been bad, but I think it's time we start moving into the New York sessions. I'm thinking, you know what? It's not gonna be the time y'all are gonna like. I don't trade it super early. I really don't. I trade like noon. Trade like noon, maybe 10, 11, 10, 11, 12 Central Time. I don't trade the first hour or two of the open. Market for me opens at 8:30 Central Time, so I really don't like to trade before like 9 a.m. I just don't. Goodness me. Gold is just trending. No pullbacks before Asia opens. Yeah, I think the only thing that's really interesting to me would kind of be to see a rejection out above 400s there. Just like a little pivot. Pivot, rebalance, play it back into this zone. 350s. That's if we don't just immediately rally back to highs, but I think if we could see that at some point this session, yeah, I'd be open to like a little rebalancing play. That would be 140 points, like we said. Well, I mean, we're so close to filling this gap that I imagine we just take the gap first. If we can start to pick up some volume out above the gap, then shit, we might have a setup, to be honest. I would need to see it back into the 420s. I'll try to probably fade that. I'd fade that with like a tight stop. and then look to take it off 380s, 370s, maybe 360s, kind of back where we are right now. It would be something like this. So check it out. It's like this. It would be something like this, not above 420s. And then play it back in. That's support on the 5 minutes, kind of where we are right now. So that's why we're seeing a little bit of resistance. Support on the 5 minute is acting as resistance at the moment, but we're just so damn close to filling this gap. I'm just gonna assume that we will. We're only about 10 points off before we actually see the market turn over a little bit. We'll probably see this gap get filled sooner or later at some point tonight. I just think the odds of us not filling a gap that's only 10 points away is pretty low. Could be wrong though. Could be totally wrong. $630. That's crazy, man. I think I was trading in Hawaii like last year, something like that, and I think the markets were like, I don't know how far ahead or behind Hawaii is, but I was trading the open at like, I forget, I totally forget. They might have been a couple hours ahead. I feel like I was trading the open at like in the afternoon, Hawaii time. Let's see. Yeah, it's 1:14 in Hawaii. Yeah, they're 5 hours behind. So, shit. I would be trading. Yeah, I'd be trading the open at like noon, 1 p.m., 2 p.m. I'd be trading the open. 6 hours behind? I think they're 5 hours behind. Maybe a certain island is 6. I just looked it up though. Let's see. This is, like I said, I don't use trend lines. I'm open to see if this respects. I mean, it could. Going into the Asia Open, we have pretty much just gapped up and trended higher. Haven't filled in a ton of the range of this session. So there's a chance that this does respect trend line. It's just coming up with a lot of volume. Whenever you see something running into a trend line with a lot of volume, like, yeah, it could respect, but look how much volume, look how much momentum is behind this move. You know, here it was kind of when we came up and started to make it, well, I guess it's the beginning of the trend line, so what I'm saying here isn't valid, but it was more consolidation and neutral price action, so yeah, you kind of reject. Here, kind of the same story. But you never know the mirror of what price will do, you know? You never know what's going to happen here. You see what's going to happen here, it's coming up a lot of volume, but I guess that was the case for this move as well. Like, look at this trend. Then, yeah, trend line. That was only touch point 2, though. I'm open to it, though. I'll start using the Tory trade trend line strat. Why not? Why not? I am very interested to see if this rejects it. I mean, I just don't see how it would. I mean, we're 5 points off of this equal high. I would think with the volume we're seeing here, this, rather than respecting this trend line, it just kind of pulls into an equal high. Maybe rebalances a bit then, but we'll see. Did you chip your two? Yeah, guys, my shit's been chipped all my life. Y'all can just see it because I'm looking up. "100% mechanical strategies." I don't really know the definition of that when people talk about that. What is a mechanical strategy? It seems like bot trading. Like, what's a mechanical strategy? Where you try to unconnect your, like, you try to disassociate your emotions I mean, I feel like everybody should try to do that. It would be nice to have your clothes up on the right side of the screen. Are we talking about my face over here? Over here? It means no discretion. Hey, bro, if it works for you, man. If it works for you, man. You know what I mean? I mean, if it works for you, I think everything can work. I think mainly, I think it's not so much the strategy. I don't think there's a secret strategy or anything like that. You know, shit, y'all know how I trade. Y'all see how I trade. Um, it's mainly psychology. It's all psychology. It's all psychology. There's not a certain strategy that, you know, not a certain indicator, not a certain strategy that's going to make you a successful trader. It's mainly got to do with mental discipline and psychology. I was reading this, I showed y'all. Everybody should pick this up. In fact, I wanted to read some of it. I'm on page 93. Very good book though. Shit. Hold on, we're good. Read some lines. Okay, let me go to the page that's I took a picture of it because I was reading it on the plane. I mean, we've got nothing better to do. We're waiting for this market to show us something. Let's see, what page was this on? Okay, all right, page 69. I'll read this passage for y'all, like a priest or something, while we wait for this market to hopefully. We'll stay live into the Asia Open. I'm sorry it hasn't been a great. It just, I mean, we haven't had much. I had a long entry down here that I've been pulling stops to break even a little sooner. Probably shouldn't be doing that. That's something I'm working on as well. Because if I didn't put the stop to break even, we would have caught it 30, 40 points. And it wasn't the best move, but, you know, we had it break out 30, 40 points. And now we're kind of bleeding off again. But not the best market. Not the best Sunday session that we've seen. I'll read y'all this part, though. I really liked this part. This is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. And this was, took a picture of this when I was on the plane because it's talking about professional mindset. This is the mental strategy. It's just like a quick paragraph. Okay, ready? Professionals don't perceive anything about the market as painful. Therefore, no threat exists for them. If there's no threat, there's nothing to defend against. As a result, there isn't any reason for their conscious or subconscious defense mechanisms to kick in. That's why professionals can see and do things that mystify everyone else. They're in the flow because they're perceiving an endless stream of opportunities, and when they're not in the flow, the very best of the best can recognize that fact and then compensate by either scaling back or not trading at all. Which I feel like that, you know, when you're not in the zone, yeah, it's super important to be able to recognize that and scale back. And scale the hell back or not trade at all. That's the hardest part. Here's another good one. Let me read this shit. We've got nothing to do. These are just like good little reading paragraphs here. We'll read this one. Okay. Page 84. Where are we looking? All right. Okay. You just pick this up. I'll give you another example to illustrate the point. Let's set up a scenario where your last 2 or 3 trades were losers. When I was reading this, I could really relate to it. Let's set up an example or a scenario where your last 2 or 3 trades were losers. You are watching the market, and the variables you use to indicate that an opportunity exists are now present. Instead of immediately executing the trade, you hesitate. The trade feels risky, so risky, in fact, that you start questioning whether this is really a signal. As a result, you start gathering information to support why this trade probably won't work. This is information you normally wouldn't consider or pay attention to, and it's certainly not information that is part of your trading methodology. In the meantime, the market is moving. Unfortunately, it is moving away from your original entry point, the point at which you would have gotten into the trade if you hadn't hesitated. Now you are conflicted because you still want to get in. The thought of missing a trade is painful. At the same time, the market moves away from your entry point. The dollar value of the risk to participate increases. The tug of war inside your mind intensifies. You don't want to miss out, but you don't want to get whipsawed either. In the end, you do nothing because you are paralyzed by conflict. That one's good too. Like the mental state you're in after you take a couple losers. Gold is still moving. Take payout right after the 5 days, or you just trade for a couple more. I think I took payouts. I think I took payouts like 2 weeks into my XFA. I built up a pretty good buffer before I took a payout. Yeah, no, gold structure on the hourly looks awesome. It's just that we haven't even had the Asia Open. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, the longer you sit, it's kind of the same thing. It's not that I'm really on the back end of losing trades, but it's like, yeah, the market is moving higher and you're hesitating, and the longer you wait, the more the risk moves against you. Like you can get into the trade, yeah, but the risk still needs to be in a valid spot. The risk still would have to be here. But instead of taking the entry here, or here on any of these pullbacks, you could still get into the trade, but it's going to cost you that much more. Instead of having an 8-point risk, if you still wanted to, now it's 12, 13-point risk. But wow, we're back at 32.49, so damn near 32.50s. We've pretty much tapped into the resistance on the 15-minute. We're a couple points lower, but what's another 10 points on gold? We've already ran up 45 points in the session. Turn the mic up. Well, let me see. Will you do a huge payout? I guess I could do a huge payout. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with that. I could do a huge payout. I kind of want to keep a good bit in here, though. Psychology can get cooked trying to get the $200 winning days. Yeah, psychology, well, I feel like that's also true with some of the consistency rules that some of these prop firms use. Can really mess with your rhythm. Can really mess with your rhythm. Oh, I wanted to look up crude, but I don't have the data for that on my live account. Let me look it up here. Wow, crude doesn't look horrible. Crude doesn't look horrible. Is anybody seeing crude long opportunities there in the low 60s? Look at that on the daily. Let me see. How well does crude respect range is the question. Crude doesn't look bad at all. Anybody see crude on the daily? How many TPTs did you burn through? 4 or 5. 4 or 5, but now I've got one that I can take a 15K withdrawal from. I'm gonna make a video on that after the stream, I guess. I mean, the TPT accounts, man, with the no activation, you gotta think, like, okay, gap fills in at 85. $270 for an account, and I pretty much ran it into a $15,000 payout. I'm gonna take that payout after this stream. I'm in a live account, would take profit now. Looking for NQ to fill the gap at 85. Do we pick up volume as we fill the gap? Do we pick up volume as we fill the gap? The next pivot for me would be 420, 430. We get Asia open in about 30 minutes. I'm in a Pro Plus account, or they're working on the Pro Plus account. I should get it this week. How much did you spend on blown accounts before getting that 15K? Mm, 270 times 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, maybe 1,500, 2,000, maybe. Maybe probably a little bit less than that. Trailing drawdown. Yep, they got the trailing drawdown there, but I mean that's kind of the trade-off of having the uncapped daily payout is yeah, is that drawdown. It's tough, no lie, but if you can get that, you know, if you can get that and get it to static, take a couple good trades. Then you unlock, or you're always gonna have the daily payout unlocked, but yeah, it's definitely I mean, at this point, there's so many firms have that intraday drawdown. I mean, I think even Tradeify has intraday drawdown options. Not every firm has options to, you know, select end of day instead of intraday, but its trade-off with take profit is, yeah, it has intraday, but you have uncapped, you know, uncapped payouts, and just a trade-off. Just a little bit different than some of the other firms. Every firm's a little different than the other, you know. Trade off with the straight to funded is the consistency rule. Payout caps are tighter, and you don't. The pro would be that you don't have to pass the combine. The con would be you're paying a bit more for it. You're having to. Wow, I should have just held these NQ longs here. Cool, cool. Let's see if we can get it back above 400. Asia hasn't even opened up yet. You have an account with my funded futures? Yeah, I've got 2 of them. I'm gonna go get me a couple more. I'm copy trading 5 Tradeify accounts, 4 take profit accounts, 2 my funded futures accounts. I bought some Apex accounts. I'm not expecting crazy things from them at the moment. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if a lot of what people say is like cap or what, but we'll see. You can only do 3 is that true? Can you only do 3? I thought you could do 5. Maybe it is 3. Okay, we're leaving a wick at the highs here at 87. You get denied 2 Apex payouts? Why'd you get denied, bro? Yeah, I didn't buy a ton where it's like if I get denied, I'm going to be super upset. I got like 5. You know, we'll see. Damn, you can only do 3, huh? Okay. Like, why'd you get denied then? Why'd you get denied? I'm curious to know why you got denied. We don't need to see your face is big. Bro, I'm just trying to figure it out, bro. Fuck. I mean, look, you can see me and you can see the whole chart. Who cares? They wanted you to explain 10 trades by video. Yeah, I heard that's kind of crazy. Like in the corner. Yeah, no, bro, I used to do that. I don't feel like doing that anymore. I wanted to switch it up. I'm a good looking guy. Y'all can handle it. Y'all can handle it. I'm gonna have my big ass face up here from now on. It's different. It's different. It's fun. We're gonna do it like that. We're gonna do it like that. That way y'all can see me cry when I take a losing trade. Up close. TFT denied my payout. Who's TFT? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. What is TFT? I don't know, bro. I haven't heard of that one. The funded trader? The funded trader? What do y'all look for in a prop firm? Like, what is y'all's what's the right wordage? Like, what's y'all's I guess that is the right word. Is like, what do y'all look for in a prop firm? What if a prop firm has like X, like ABC, like what is that one thing that it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one of these accounts. I think for me it's just like confidence that they'll pay out, I guess. Quick eval in a day, fast payouts. I don't mind waiting a week for my payout. Wow, look at this, 90s. Same story every day with NQ. Not saying I'm surprised by it. Same story every day with NQ. Just fucking every dip gets bought on this thing. At this point, I've accepted it, which puts me at, you know, mental clarity a little bit. Like, I'm not upset. Obviously, I'm not upset. I'm not short on it or anything. But yeah, just every dip gets ripped up higher. It's awesome. Awesome market. Beautiful move. Man, I wish I was in my long, and hypothetically, we would have got 70 points on this bad boy. It's probably going to get back through 400s as well here. I wish I was still in my long. If I didn't move it to break even, I would still be in it, but that's all in the past. It's all in the past. I have been moving my stops to break even a little bit more than I've wanted to. That's something I've got to figure out. Like, I'll get into the entry, and then I'll look at the 1 minute, and I'm like, okay, we have the lows. I want to see those lows. And then I'll put... Like, this long wasn't really invalid unless we broke, you know, back into this wick pretty much, and I just kind of... I had my stop in the 320s, like here. Just stupid. That's still within range on the 1 minute. It hasn't technically invalidated. It hasn't rolled over at that point. So that was a silly break-even stop. I'm literally gonna stop doing that. I just keep doing that. It's a dumbass thing to do. Just go break even all the time. Okay, so yeah, we're running through 400s. We have a pivot up there. Let's see, Asia hasn't even opened. We have 20 minutes here. Gold, gold, gold. Oh yeah, look at gold's pullback here. Holy shit, the fucking trend line works. Tory Trades was right this whole time. Oh my god. Holy shit. These fucking trend lines. 14 points off that high. Goodness. Oh my god. Do I incorporate trend lines in my shit from now on? Bro. Wow. Break even's much better than closing red. It's an interesting cause. I mean, sometimes yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because break even's always nice. But then you miss moves like that, 70-point moves. I mean, my stop loss was only 20 points. You know, and it didn't really invalidate the long setup. But yet I still went break even and missed out on 70 points. So what happens if I take 3 trades that I'm just a little too... I try to get cute and I try to get everything break even, you know, starts to look, okay, I'm going to get it break even. Starts to pull to the highs of like a 1 minute range, I'm going to move it. When you keep doing that, then trades that could have been winners are neutral and now break even. When you don't fully accept like the risk and just kind of let it play, next thing you know, you take 2-3 trades and you just keep trying to get break even on the trades, and then eventually you're going to have a red trade. And on the back end of 3 break-even trades, I have a red trade. And then suddenly the methodology is so correct though. Break-evens, I love going break-even. I'm not doing it in a strategic way. I'm trying to get break-even on like a 1 minute range where it didn't technically invalidate. It's just what you're saying is correct. Love a nice break-even trade. I've just been doing it incorrectly. Yeah. That was a quite the reaction to the trend line. Yeah, I have a pivot on NQ up at that 420, 430 level. If we extend through there, I'd probably fade it a bit to see if we can fill in some of the sessions range and just kind of rebalance a bit. I'll probably look to take it to like 70s, 80s. If we can get filled in the 420s, 430s. We've got Asia open in 15 minutes, everybody. Anybody take any trades this session? Is anybody up, down? How we doing? I still love the structure on gold on the hourly. You know, we're leaving a little bit of a wick on the hourly, but this still does look really, really clean to me. I would love to see it kind of start to catch a bid in the mid 20s and then curl back up and take these highs out. I think I'd be interested in that. Well, we definitely got to see what the Asia Open looks like. Some initial rejection, which is kind of expected, but yeah, hell of a trend line rejection there. Yep, I got to pivot up there above 420s. I think I would be okay to try. Look at this volume here. I will try. I'll put in some orders here. Give it about 10 micros. I'll try to fade. Try to fade out above 430s. Look to cover at low 400s if we can get it back down. That'll be kind of a price action play. And I'll stop it out above 460. That's what I'll do. 20-point stop. Yes, sir. Use code BPC for Take Profit Trader accounts. 30% off. If y'all wanted to cop some. I'm gonna make a video of a payout after this. I would do it live, but it's too risky. It shows my login. How was your vacation? Pretty good, Michael. Appreciate you asking, brother. Wow, that would have been a crazy long to hold on to, man. I was in 330. We would have gotten 80 points out of that bad boy. Still have my eye on gold. Seen a low put in at 32. Look at the way the volume was starting to pick up on this dump, though. I'm going to stand by, and I still like the long setups on gold. I'm going to stand by and let it give me a better setup. But look at the way we were actually picking up volume on this move, right? Look at the way these candles actually grow here. This one, and then this one even bigger. And now we have a pretty tight range. So we'll see if we get one more leg down through 30s. Oh, no feel. Quick 20-point dump. That sucks. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, this was just going to be a move where it's like a super premium entry up here above 420s if we got the fill, but it seemed to reject a bit lower, and now it's 30 points. If I did get in there, I would have already been probably half out here. Asia opens up in about 12 minutes. I'll probably pull the orders there. We're 30 points off. I'll pull the orders and look for a new setup when we get the Asia open. The Trade Syncer platform, I could definitely do that, man. Let me get I'll definitely do that. I'll do that tomorrow. I'm liking them so far. I'm liking them so far. I'm liking the fact that you can do it on TradingView. You just got to sign into the lead account on TradingView, and you can take the trades right there on TradingView and copy it to, depending on what plan you have, you can copy it to like 100 accounts. Yeah, we'll see what the Asia Open looks like. I don't love having orders open into the I don't love having resting orders in the Asia Open. What I said I wanted to see. So if we can get it back into the lows of the range here, like low 320s, I would like to get back in long. I would like to get back in long with a stop probably under 200 for you know a higher low again, once again, to get put in here on the third test of this high. One more higher low here, and then a clean pivot back through 60s. That's where I want it. Low 20s, maybe high teens. Asia opens in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. If you have TradeAvate account, you can log in your credentials in TradingView and punch your orders from there. Yeah, you can. And that's the same idea. It's just that TradeAvate, if you're only using TradeAvate, you can own. I mean, you can't copy trade on TradingView, as far as I know. With like if you sign into TradeAvate and you have a couple accounts with a a certain prop firm, you can't. TradingView you still have to individually go and put orders on each account. But with Trade Syncer, you can actually set a lead account, and you can do it across multiple prop firms too. That's the difference. What the fuck? Watch this actually work. Dude, I might start using trend lines now. Why is it so clean? Who the fuck is Tori? Bro, she's more popular than me. I don't know Tori trades. I don't think I'll rely on them too heavily, but I'll probably have some damn trend lines up. Not gonna lie. They are pretty clean. Look at gold on the 5-minute. Nice tweezer back into 35s. Super interested to see what the Asia Open looks like here. Nice wick on the 15-minute. It's going to look great if this just runs all the way back into 40s here. Yeah, I would love to be in it long right here off of this low. It's just that we have the Asia Open in like 5 minutes. It's just, I hate being in a position into the Open unless I've, already been in a setup that has established a good amount of separation from the entry. You know what I mean? But goodness, does gold look like it wants to break out through 50s? We'll wait for the Asia Open first here. God, reclaiming 40s. Hold on, just wait for the Asia Open. Shit, just wait. We got 5 minutes. Gotta wait. Just slow down. Just take a breath. I'm yelling at gold. I want gold to slow down here. It just wants to just continuously rip. I would like to see... Honestly, I want to see this just trade sideways into the Asia Open, then get the move. I don't want to see this rip up before the Asia Open here. I feel way better about getting an entry after the session opens than before. Yeah, I had the NQ short. I was about 10-15 points off. I thought we would get it into the 420s, but yeah, it looks heavy now. Just was off on the entry. But that was the idea. If I was going to fade it, I wanted a really premium entry on it, then a pretty tight stop, like a 20-point stop. And yeah, NQ's 40 points lower now off that high after the gap fill. Just a little bit high on the entry. Didn't get the fill. How long did it take you to get it live? About 2 months, man. About 2.5 months. 2.5 months. Another short opportunity on gold. Hey, man, we'll see. I really like the way gold looks here. Really do. Really do. Really do. Just need to see a setup where I can get long. I want to wait till the Asia Open first. I'm day trading with one account. I'm trading with my live Top Step account, and then I'm trading with I'm copy trading on a browser below this browser. But if I get into a trade over there, I'll show you. I'll show you all the trade syncer. All right, Asia opens in about 2 minutes. Yeah, gold looks nice. Gold looks nice. Now it's just about trying to find a really, really great entry on it. You got a minute till the Asia Open. We might just rip it out of the Open, but who knows? We gotta see what the sentiment looks like. It doesn't want it badly. I do not agree. Everybody sees it differently, I suppose. The current 1 minute range here is 30s to 50s. Nice 20-point range on the 1 minute time frame. Took the sell side at 32, put in a low, 29 pivots. We're up 9 points here. Asia opens in about 10 seconds. All right, there's Asia Open. NQ's coming down. NQ's down 50 points off the high. Okay, not a ton of volume out of the Open. NQ's fading off. Wow, 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 NQ. Just trying to be patient. I'm interested in getting long on gold, but just trying to be so patient. We got VWAP here at 35. Can we get a touch and go off VWAP? Can we get a touch and go off VWAP back into the 50s? Yeah, I see NQ. NQ's coming down with a lot of weight. A lot of weight. That would have been a great short, man. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I thought we'd see a little bit more of an overreaction into the 20. This is where I had the fucking sell order right here. I had the sell order. Y'all saw the sell order was right here. Sucks. Wow, getting killed here. There it goes. That's would have been a good short. Yeah, I want to see kind of a touch and go move off VWAP here on gold. Let's see. It'll be 34. Retest of this 33, 34 level, and then touch and go, then back into the 50s. NQ looks like it wants to hold lower. NQ's on VWAP on the 5 minute. Can we get to VWAP? Can we get to VWAP? Putting in some orders off VWAP here for a break back into the 50s. And the stop is kind of back into the gap. So that's 20-point stop. If we can get it back into the 50s, I know that's at least 15 points. Yeah, I'll look for it into like the 60s, 70s. Hopefully leave some runners. This might be one of those trades that doesn't really play out on stream and maybe takes a little bit longer to play out, maybe into London. But we'll see. Needs to get a nice reaction on VWAP. If we can even get VWAP, we might not even see VWAP here. I like that trade though there. NQ looking horrendous. Lots of volume. NQ's down 75 points off the high of the session after a gap fill. Yep, just trying to be patient. Just got to be patient. Can't chase. Cannot chase. Chasing's what gets you killed. That NQ short would have been great. I was about 10 points off of the fill. We either get filled or we don't get filled. It's that simple. Not a big deal. We get filled, it's a pretty good setup for me. If we don't get filled, it's not a big deal. Wait, short 5 minutes before Asia Open on NQ. That's ballsy, brother. I've been saying I'm going long again. You're in the zone, it seems like. That's a good thing. Just don't let it come crashing down on you. Stay disciplined, stay strategic. You're in the euphoria zone. But it's good, it's good. You just have to know how to control it. NQ's getting killed. We haven't even seen a bounce attempt off the back end of this move. Just getting killed. Getting killed. It's at VWAP, but it's just not getting a reaction at VWAP. Why do you like getting the trades before Asia Open? I mean, sometimes the Asia Opens give you like some wild volatility, and so I just prefer not to be in it. Sometimes they also give you, if you're near kind of a sell side liquidity level or something similar to that. Not all the time, just depends on the setup, and it depends on if it's kind of out of your control. But sometimes the Asia Open will manipulate above or below stop orders and then get an actual move as a result. So I just kind of prefer not to be in the Asia Open. If you blow a live account on Top Step, you restart, bro, from ground one. Bing, bing, bong. Bing, ding, 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 dong. You guys see how I'm missing trades and I'm not getting, distraught about it? Like, I'm missing some trades. I missed, I mean, this is obviously all in hindsight, right? But I missed 80 points on NQ just because I was 10 points off the entry. Yeah, I'm missing about 10 points on gold. It's just, but it is what it is, man. You can't get FOMO. You can't get emotional about it. It's not a big deal. There is continuously setups in the market. The market always presents setups. They always present setups, and they present setups pretty frequently. So there's just no need to get. There's just no need. See, what happens is if I were to get FOMO or emotional or upset that not even so much I'm not trading well. I've really just been wanting to get really premium entries, and the price hasn't quite wanted to fill it, and that's okay. But once you start getting emotional in situations like this, where it's like, man, I just saw, NQ just dumped perfectly off that pivot that I wanted it just didn't fill me 5 points higher. 80 points, I would have had 80 points, right? I would have had 80 points. Or when I was long here and I got stopped at break even, I would have had 80 points to the upside. It happens, man. But it's just about remaining calm and disciplined, and just not getting emotional about it, because it's really not a big deal. And that's really all there is to it. Gold's getting a nice strong close on the 5-minute full body candle up there, back into the highs after taking the sell side at 30s. I don't know if we'll get filled here. I feel like the move's happening now and we missed out on it. That's okay. So what I'm not going to do is get off the stream and get FOMO and try to go, hop into trades that I simply missed out on earlier. That would be chasing, and it's just not a smart thing to do. The market will set itself up a little bit later. Now NQ's down 90 points. Yeah, there's just... Okay, yeah, everything's kind of unraveling now, and I feel like I kind of missed it. The entries were... I don't want to say bad entries, because if they did get filled and we still got that same reaction, they would have been pretty much 0 drawdown entries. So, yeah, sometimes you get filled on them, sometimes you don't. This should get a breakthrough 50s here. Yep. All right, y'all. I mean, sorry that I held y'all up so long and didn't really get much. I had a couple entries that just didn't get filled that would have played out pretty well, but things happen, man. Things happen. Well, wait. What I will do, and I think this is a smart thing to do, I'm just trying to have a little bit of mental control. I did miss out on some really good setups. I believe that I have the mental capacity to not get FOMO. And so for the next 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 hours, I expect not a ton of different setups to come about other than what we're seeing right now, which is an uptrend on gold and a downtrend on NQ. So what I will do is this. I believe I'm disciplined enough. I would like to believe that, but you have to be your own boss when it comes to this. You have to kind of prevent yourself from doing stupid shit. So I'm going to lock myself out just because I know that I missed out on a couple good setups, and obviously every trader believes they have the mental capacity to not try to FOMO into setups, but yeah, we missed a couple good ones, and the last thing I want to do is FOMO it, because I'm like, oh, I should have gotten filled on that wick. And it's true, I should have gotten filled on a couple of really, really good plays, but yeah, it's all good. So I locked out for like 4 hours. I'm not going to trade anything because there's realistically not going to be a ton of actual setups that come in the next 2, 3, 4 hours that are any different than what we're looking at right now. So let the market build some more structure. We'll see if there's some more setups a little bit later. That's just how it'll go. All right, y'all. Yep, I'll catch y'all. Let's do a stream tomorrow morning. Let's do a stream tomorrow morning. I'll be here. Let's do like 10 a.m. Central, whatever time that is for y'all. I'll try to get on.